Hi everybody, it's Shalene, and this is part 2 of the Buddy Color with Jennifer. I think it's Almond MD House, something like that. I'll put the link down below. I have not touched this in a week. The part 1 I did a week ago, and I didn't upload that till now. So they're all getting uploaded together. And I probably won't finish this on video because I want to get this done. And I know Jennifer's, I think, on vacation. And what else? I have an audiobook I want to listen to so I can color while listening to that. That noise is the fan of the air conditioner. I turned it down. Maybe I should turn it down again. And that chomping noise is my dog chewing on her bone. Because you know, she probably didn't even touch it all day today. Until I pulled out the camera. Because that's how she is. She's like a child, you know. They want your full attention as soon as you are on the phone or doing anything. There, now they're sharp. So, she's chomping away on her bone. And I see Pearl is making her way around to see what I am doing. And I took a break from coloring, so I had my grandsons here almost every day last week because it was hot, and they live in a trailer, no air conditioning. They don't have screens in all the windows because whoever they rent from hasn't put the screens in all the windows, so it is very hot. And so I bring the boys here, and since all my coloring stuff is on my coffee table and spread throughout the family room, I have to put it all away. So I'm going to have to do like what Jen does. I do have a little tote bag that has all kinds of pockets in it. And just to put the stuff in it that I need for the project that I'm working on, which is this. And then all I need is my colored pencils in this book. That's it for this project. And if I wanted to stick another project in there, I could. So I'm going to have to start doing that because I put everything all away in another room. Then I have to pull everything all out again. That's why I stopped cross-stitching too. I have a sitting room, and that's where I usually sit and cross-stitch. But in the summertime, it's way too hot in there. So I've always cross-stitched in my family room in the summer months. And again, with the grandsons here, you have to put everything away. And with this dog, I can't trust her. So the baby gate is now closed when I'm not home. So I have a baby gate that goes in, that's for to keep the kids in here in the family room. And I had it for when my dog was a puppy, so she couldn't come in here. So I didn't need it for a long time when I was gone, but there's been a few times the dog's been mad at me and she gets into things. And so I have to keep the gate up. And that wouldn't be a big deal, but I now have Pearl. Pearl is, I should say, a typical cat. She will steal my floss. She will steal my scissors. And so I can't leave things out. I've always been able to leave things out and leave it set up. Even when my kids were babies and toddlers, for some reason, my children knew not to touch mommy's cross-stitch stuff. Not once did they ever touch anything. I could leave my scissors on the coffee table or on my end table, leave the room, and not once did they touch them. If they did, they put them back, but they never. I hear all these horror stories of these moms whose children took the scissors and cut up their cross-stitch fabric that they were stitching on. That was never an issue in my house. They never touched my floss. Nothing. No, they had their own toys. I taught them boundaries. Children have to have boundaries. They need to know that they can't have everything that they want. No, I'd take something away I didn't want them to have and replace it with one of their toys. They were always happy with that. It was never an issue. So, I think that's why I didn't color last week. It's too hard when I have to keep putting everything away. So I think I'm going to have to do, I have a nice tote bag. It's got pockets. And then all I have to do is pick up the tote bag and everything's there. And then Saturday I had the boys from 8 a.m. until 2:30, 3 o'clock because Amber now is she's going back to school. And she goes Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and every other Saturday starting this past Saturday. And Dylan works Saturdays until 2:30. And they wanted to go to Darien Lake, which is our local amusement park. Used to be Six Flags. It was a local amusement park, and then it switched to Six Flags for several years, and now it's back to being, where is that eraser? Be right back. It's now back to being privately owned. So anyways, they don't have rides there for Blake. And they took him last week to the water park that's in there, and he absolutely hated it. I don't know why. He loves baths. So we don't know why. He screamed. Dylan took him in the water anyways, trying to get him used to it. And he hated it. So I'm not thrilled that they asked me to watch him because I had him all day Saturday. And I don't want to have to watch them in the evenings when they go after work. I've had them all day. And they can't. I think they're too picky. I can't say that because that would be really mean, but I think they're kind of picky on who watches him and what they can afford. Because they did pay me Saturday, and Dylan filled up my car because they took my car to the park because I'm the only one with air conditioning that's working. And Dylan's truck has Blake's car seat in it, which is just easier to switch vehicles than to take it in and out of vehicles. So it's just a pain putting all my craft supplies away. And the room that I have is very tiny. There's not. It used to be Dylan's bedroom, and the only thing that fit in there was a twin bed and a small dresser. You couldn't fit anything else in there because it's like a closet. So that's why I'm wanting Justin's room. And he still has not heard from the apartment complex. But he's also kind of picky about which apartment he wants there. So since his room is bigger, I can do what I want in there for setting up. Oh, Justin's home. Excuse the dog. She barks at him and Scott when they come home. Not me. So anyways, I already have an idea of what I want to do I really only need one lawn shelf for my coloring supplies, and I have a dresser that was my grandfather's that I want to have redone. I got to get a hold of the person that it's called a waterfall dresser. And I want it repainted. It's stained right now, but I'm going to have it painted. And that will store most of my cross-stitch stuff in it. And then I can put my TV probably up on top of that. I had a small TV stand in my sitting room now. So I'm not sure, but I know I'm going to make some changes with that. And I have a recliner in there, so when I have it reclined, my feet almost touch the door to the room because that's how small it is in there. And I have shelves along the one wall, and that has all my books. And then my TV stand is in the corner. It's not a big TV. And it's got two end tables that go with my bedroom set, but there's no room in my bedroom for them. So I have them in there with two nice lamps. And it has drawers in it. And I have my all my candles and melts in there. So like I said, I have an idea of what I want to do in that room. And then I can get a, I want to get a new window in there and an air conditioner in there. Doing a video. What's that?
The shirt they ordered from Target.
You ordered a shirt? So last week I did a lot of reading, and right now I'm listening to an Abby Glines book. I think Friday Night Lights. I don't know, it's the first book of the series. I have the second book from NetGalley, and I started reading it, and then when I looked up Abby Glines, it said it's the second book of the series, so my library had it through Hoopla. So I'm listening to that, and it's really good. So I want to finish that tonight if I can. So that's what I was doing last week. And then over the weekend I was playing Sims 4. Sorry, the dog hit the tripod. She's got this great big family room and she's got to walk right up against it. So I'm thinking every weekend I'm going to dedicate it to one thing. So like the second weekend of every month I do a readathon for that whole weekend. And then this past weekend it was Sims weekend. So this weekend I think is going to be a cross stitch weekend. And then the weekend after that will be a coloring weekend. So my weekend, because Sundays I don't normally go anywhere. I like to stay home and do laundry. And Scott works Sundays, so it's just one of those days that I like to stay home. So do any of you have a craft room, or do you have like a corner in your living room where all your coloring stuff is? I do have one shelf in my bookcase that has my bins, 2 bins that have my coloring books, but they're getting too heavy and they're getting full. So the bins probably going to have to come out, and I'm going to have to put the coloring books in there a different way. I'm still on a buying ban. Have not bought anything this month. Oh, they're going to let you wear that in there? Really? Blake right now, he's still not walking, the little shit. I know he can. Just doesn't want to. He walks along the furniture and with his toys, but won't let go of your hand. And if you hold his hands to walk with him, he plops right back down on the floor. Right now, he's teething. He's been miserable the past few days, got a runny nose, and he does not like the heat either. And today, he was just plain old miserable, and he ended up taking a 3.5 hour nap. But he was miserable again when he got up. And I couldn't play with him because he kept trying to bite me. And he was pinching my legs. Excuse me for a second. I just want to make sure that it's not Dylan or Amber that's been sending me the messages. Nope. Move. Nope, it's Ann and Jen sending me private messages. They'll just have to wait till I'm done. The three of us have something planned for July, and we're not saying anything right now. It's going to be a surprise. You'll just have to watch us in July. Anyways, as I was saying, Blake is miserable today. I could not make him happy. He did eat. When he got up, I gave him oatmeal. He ate that. And then half an hour after he got up from his nap, I gave him the baby entrees that had mac and cheese and carrots and peas. So I have to smush up the carrots and the peas, and I put some on the fork with 2 pieces of macaroni. And he ate about 3/4 of the container, which is good for him. Doesn't usually eat that much. I'm doing pretty good. My today's Monday. Last Thursday we had severe thunderstorms, and about 7 p.m. we had one go through, and right after it left, my allergies kicked in, and then it kicked in my asthma, and I coughed quite a bit this weekend. I have my water next to me, and I was all prepared to do a really short video because I thought I'd be out of breath and be coughing a lot, but I'm not. I'm actually doing pretty good. Because usually when my asthma's bothering me and I get talking, I cough a lot. Because I called my dad yesterday to wish him Happy Father's Day, and I couldn't stop coughing over the phone, so I had to cut it short. Oh boy. And then I stopped. I hadn't watched videos in a few days either. So today I was getting caught up on some of my coloring videos. I'm leaving the ones that are over an hour long, like Dee Dee and Jess and Laura from Anxiety Art Adventures. I leave theirs for days that I'm coloring. I think I'll do those on like the weekends that I'm just coloring all weekend. So I've been watching a lot of Ann's today, and I have a couple of Jen's I have to watch yet. Who else did I watch? I watched Mama Loves to Color. Watched one of her videos today. These are from like June 7th, so that's how far behind I got. This should have been done by now. Pearl. Do you guys have any plans for this summer? Anybody going on vacation anywheres? I have no plans. We have July 3rd, probably going to my sister's again. She lives on a lake and they do the Ring of Fire around the lake on July 3rd because a lot of people have to go back to work on the 5th, so they do it on the 3rd instead. Canisius Lake does it that way too, the lake I grew up on. And then I have, July's very busy. I have 2 graduation parties. I don't know if we're going to one of them. And I have a 50th birthday party for a friend that I have to go to. So that's it. Jen and I talked about my husband and I going and visiting with her for a weekend this summer. So I still got to see if she still wants to do that. So we live in the same state, just opposite sides. And Scott likes to drive. The only thing is he does not want to have to drive through New York City to get to her. So I think we can bypass that. And he won't fly, so that's out of the question. Now, watching all these videos, Justin, can you please take that away from her? 'Cause she'll sit there and squeak that toy the whole time I'm coloring, doing this video.
No, can't have it.
So if I go to Jen's, she said that the husbands are to give us their charge cards because we're going to Dick Blick's. Actually, that would be cool because I wonder if Scott would get me the polychromos that I want. Our anniversary's in July. Oh, I was getting ready to say I've been watching some of these videos, and Amazon uses the Create Space paper for their gray scales and other coloring books, which I hate that paper, but I found out that using the soft pencils like my Prismacolors do not work well, and that's why I'm not getting the results I want. I need to use a harder pencil like the Polychromos and the Marco Refines, which is this, and also to use the Prismacolor Verithins, is that what it is? And I have a small set of those. They're a harder lead. Ann and Jen are just chatting away without me. I'm doing pretty good. Not out of breath. Not coughing. I did want to do stuff on the Saturdays I don't have to babysit with Scott. I'd like to go to a beach. I don't know if Hamlin Beach is opened yet. It got flooded there for a while. And I want to go back to Allegheny State Park for the day. Pack a picnic. Just small trips. You know that Allegheny's like a 2-hour drive. So it's just something different to do this summer. I'd like to go to the zoo this summer on a day that's not hot. I'd like to go to a couple wineries. Hi, Rascal. don't think I have any other news. My color lawn is still going on for this month. You can go check out my Facebook group for that. That's called Color with Shalene and Friends. And I will put the link down below. What's my time on this? 38 minutes, 36 minutes.
Watch that damn thing.
Still would like a set of pastel pencils, but my polychromos are first and foremost to get next. I also want to do more videos. I still have 2 more flip throughs that are on my computer that I still need to upload. So I've been trying to do 1 a week, but last week, because I didn't do any color in videos, I ended up doing a bunch of the flip throughs. And I'm thinking of the grayscales like Bennett Klein that Amazon uses that create, is it create space, whatever that paper, that cheap ass paper is, that I'm going to try to buy the books in PDF instead. And then just print them when I want them. Because I print my coloring pages on the cardstock. But the only ones that I know Anne said that are really good quality on the grayscale is that Adorable Animals one that I want, and any of the Nikki Burnett, and I love Nikki Burnett's designs. So I might just order the other ones that I can on PDF. And I'm using light pressure on this. I was using harder pressure when I was doing the outline. I like my Marco Refines. Refine, I'm not sure. You know what I mean. Boy, I'm starting to get hungry. It's 5:30. I have pork chops. I don't know what we'll have with them. I think I have 2 more loads of laundry to do today too. This week's supposed to be a little cooler, in the 70s. I can handle that. I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to finish this off camera. You will see it at the end of the month when I show all my colored pages that I did for the month. I will have to send a finished picture to Jennifer though, since it's our buddy color. And I will try to do another video, I think Thursday? Yeah. Thursday. And then Saturday. In the first week of July, I might have the whole week off. As of right now, I have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. But there is a possibility of Thursday and Friday as well. So I will say goodbye and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.